I realized I kind of didn't talk about how to set up the Unity scene or how to install stuff. So on the screen and in the description of the video, there will be links to Unity 2022, the Creator Companion, and Mochi. So I realized I didn't tell you guys to install that. I apologize. And the basic camera controls for Unity, how to move stuff around, will be on the screen now. Alright, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye. How to set up your scene. So after you install Creator Companion, do what it tells you. You're going to want to go to Create New Project, Avatars, and name it whatever you like. So, Beta. Okay. Create project. Let it load.
Just thing, don't worry. Just let it do its thing.
Okay. Now, it is always good to have your stuff up to date, but you don't always have to do the beta stuff. Personally, I just do 3.2 by preference, but you want to use like 3.61 or the most up-to-date thing. Now, before you open project, make sure you have Gesture Manager installed. This will be used later in the video, and all that. And yeah, as I said it, back to it.
It's me, the Daft Deputy, and today I'm going to go over the basics of Unity and for your avatar that you will be making. Would it be for Nexus or for something else or just for a personal project? Either more. Alright. Now, thankfully Nexus does have a lot of assets you can get in your hands on. If you go to create resources, either by tagging or by other people, there's resources you can attain. Now for starters, I'm going to teach you how to set up the basic avatar with the FBX materials, texture-wise, and all that. So, after you got your model and your textures and all that, you want to go to Assets, import new asset, and then find wherever you put your wherever you download the model. See, show Pro Trooper Human, import FBX. There he is. Now what I want to do is import the textures, import. Keep in mind this would be how you import stuff and do this for every single thing you want to add in Unity. Unless it's a Unity package, then you would do import package and then find where you put the downloaded item was. Now, for starters, what I like to do, just for general like Unity knowledge, is just click here and then shift and then click, and you go all your textures, click textures 2D, and then crunch compress them. Because it just gets that basic thing out of the way. General preference, but this isn't needed. I do recommend that you do keep your stuff organized, as it's a lot more easier to change stuff for the future and just overall just tininess. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna create a folder, right click, create folder. Let's name this UR, right? And then go here. And then let's do folder for helmet. And then let's do a folder for the body. Assets. Alright. Helmet. Boom. Alright. Now, let's drag our guy from the assets and drop him in the hierarchy. And here's our Universal Republic Trooper. Isn't he dandy? Now you're gonna notice a big difference that he is white, completely white, no texture, nothing. We're gonna fix that. Now, there are shaders that a lot of people do use for models. I think a universal one everyone uses by today's standards is either Rero or Mochi, but for today's video we're just going to be using Mochi. So the same thing, like I said earlier, your shaders are be Unity packages, so just find where you put the Unity package in. The version of Mochi I'm importing is a Patreon version Mochi, so it isn't the same as yours, but it should be around the same, the basic setup and layout. so do not be discouraged. Again, if there's any questions, I will gladly reply to them either in the forum or either through DM. Both is fine. Just let it import. Alright, and it is imported. Now, we're gonna go to UR, and we're gonna go to our photos we created. Now, for helmet, we're gonna go here, we're gonna right click, create, and then look for something called material, which is usually right here. Boom. And then name your material. This is the helmet material. Okay, now, this is the inspector, this is where your shader is, and this is how you apply textures to materials, to models. Now we're to standard, and look for Mochi. And we're gonna do Mochi Uber. This is the one everyone I believe has in the standard one. Now first things first, click the little spear icon. There we go. And you'll click on textures, and then import your textures in. So for base color, it's always going to be, this is called the albedo. Now, these textures, this one, this one, this one, these are either your roughness, metallic, or your inclusion. So the gray is always roughness, so I bring roughness here. This texture is now marked as SGB, fix now. And then this right here is your normal map. You just drop it in the normal section. And it's fixed now. It's okay. Fix now. It does load, so don't be worried about that. That's a mixed AO. So inclusion, and then metallic. For metallic and roughness, make sure you have sRGB off, or it will not function properly. Alright, now after that's done, you just simply grab material and then drag and drop it. La la. And there is your texture for your body, or the helmet, as you say, precisely. Now, it's the same thing as we're going to do for the body segment, is we're going to go to create material, body, standard, Uber, shading, there, normal, now some textures will have something called an emissive map or emission map, or whatever way works. That is how things glow, and I will teach you how to put emission maps right now after we finish setting up our stuff. Next day out. Alright, now for emission maps, usually in Mochi it has a whole thing set up called emission, but usually more than not there will be like a little emission square box for you to put in. But for Mochi, you just go here, emission, enable, drag the emission map. I'll show you more what it is. Wow, there he is in all its glory. Don't we just love him? And that is the basic of it. Now, this is what I do. It's all preference. Most people would do it differently, but this is what I do it, and I think it's just your general optimization. For your mixed AO, crunch this to 10. For roughness, make this 512. And for your metallic, put it at 1K. Mission maps don't really matter. Leave it to how it is. I'm gonna just crunch it down for 512. Alright. And we're gonna do the same to the body, the helmet, I mean. So this is the metallic, 1K, roughness, 1K. You can compress your normal map. I wouldn't recommend it because most models will lose this detail. But it's as of right now, 2K should be fine. All right. So now there he is. There's our trooper. Now, first things first. After you set up the basic Unity stuff, you gotta go here. Now you gotta click on animation type. This is for avatars. So make it humanoid. Click apply. If your avatar is not humanoid, it will not work. It must be humanoid. Now click configure. Now usually most models will have rigs. If it doesn't have a rig, it will not work. Thankfully, Taggin does have rigs, and most stuff are fixed by the model already, so we don't have to worry or fix anything ourselves. But if a model you are importing does not are having some missing errors, this is how you usually fix it. Specifically, especially the Half-Life Alex civilians, you do have to do some fixing in Unity. But thankfully, this is not Alex. It is just Kit Bass or Star Wars assets, so we're fine. So we can just leave. Alright, so now he's here. So now, if you want to... so now what we're going to do is right click on him and add a component and look, search up VRC or avatar descriptor. This is how our avatar will work in VRChat. This little spear right here is a viewpoint. This is where in VRChat, where you're in a VR desktop, this is where you will be seeing and how you control your arms. So we're gonna move the viewpoint up here. Generally, for helmets, honestly, just personal preference. A lot of people will do this differently. What I have to do is just make the spear go inside the head, like that. And then, of course, if it's not, tuned to your liking or you want to adjust it, you can always just adjust it, and there's nothing that really changes. All right, and now after you're done, make sure you click return. Boom. Okay. Now, for lip sync and eye look, we don't need to worry about that because our model doesn't have a face. There's nothing under there, so this right here is not important. Now, playable layers. This is how we would do stuff for either gesture-based toggles or gesture-based stuff. FX will be important later on, as this will be how we do toggles, FX, weapons, layers, simple props. Your FX is important. Expressions, menu parameters, this is also the same fundamental as the FX layer. It is needed for toggles, weapons, and whatnot, etc., etc. Now for colliders, most models don't have the colliders in the right place, and you could usually just edit that, but thanks to this being a pretty well-made model, or kit bash, we don't have to worry about that. So now, say you just want to public him right now, or publish him, I should say. He's fine, alright, cool. You go to the VRChat SDK, and then you would need to log in. So I will come back with that after I put my info. It says wrong Unity version. Don't worry about that, it still works. I have no idea, it might just be a me issue, but I am using 3.22 F1. Just Unity just doesn't think I am. But apparently not, actually I'm using 3.26. Either or, it still works. Alright, so after you logged in, this is name, description, blah blah blah. So this is just you are trooper. And description, video in progress. These are just general tags for VRChat for people. Don't really worry about that. Now this is important. You must always make sure that you click autofix, because if you don't do autofix, it will not let you upload it. Okay, cool. Now, create. So thumbnails. Thumbnails are really cool. because you can make either a custom avatar done yourself, or you can do a cool thing and just capture it from the scene. So this is use custom camera, and you go here. Oh yeah, for the reverse IC camera, bro, you can close it for right now, but if you do lose it and you somehow drag it out, don't do that. Alright, temp camera. Now, with this, in Unity, you can move around like that. Let's say I just want him to face him. And I'm not being really professional about this, so I just kinda say like it's like this cool. Whoa. Awesome. Awesome helmet. Just go to control panel, catch it from scene, use custom camera, capture. That's your done now. Now, you can do build and test or build and publish, or another neat thing that VRChat has done for Creator Manager is you can go here, scroll down, click on Add Component, and look up Gesture Manager. The Gesture Manager is something you're gonna have to add in your third party via the Creator Companion. Now, hopefully, future me will tell you to do that. So enter play mode. Click on scene, and then with the right mouse, move the camera. And look, there's that guy. His hands work and whatnot. Can't really do anything. Here you can see, you know, stuff, fists and whatnot, options, locomotion. Whoa! Alright, and then once you're finished with this, click the play button, go back via SDK, and then once you think you're ready, build and publish. Oh, that is true. It will ask you for a name for the Unity scene. So let's just say UR_trooper. And then it's just start compiling, do all the script stuff. Don't worry about it. This is completely normal. There's no need to panic. It's just VRChat doing this thing. So do not worry. We'll come back when it's finished uploading. Uploaded! Hooray! Now, for quests, this is all preference, but what I recommend, especially later on as your scene will get, or your Unity scene will get more complex, more avatars, more stuff added on, I highly recommend that you go to Creator Companion, create a new project, avatars, and name it quest build. Because when you switch over to Android, it does take longer. I would do it right now, since this scene really isn't that complicated. There's literally just one asset in here. But what I recommend is just making a separate Unity scene for your quest build. Alright. Now, while that's doing that, what I also recommend is going to File, or my bad, Assets, exporting package. So, exporting package. This is how you make Unity packages. And so what I recommend, what we're doing for our quests build, is we export the package. So make sure you have the Human FBX, the UR Trooper, and Unity scene. Do not import the shader over, because VRChat Quest only supports center light. So this is useless to us. So export and just put it everywhere. I'm gonna put it on my desktop. UR Trooper, and then let it export the package. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Import package. And then we're gonna find our UR Trooper, import him. Also keep in mind, for every new Unity scene or project you want to call it, you will have to re-log in to your VR chat account. So after I re-import this, I'm going to quickly log into my account, and then we'll continue from there. We are in the quest scene, the quest project, and we have imported the package, and we logged into our VR chat account. Now we're gonna go here. This is called a scene. Just left click, open it, and then with your mouse shift, you move the camera, all that. Where's our guy? Oh, there he is. I forgot. So when you port him, he's gonna be invisible. Don't worry about it. That's because we don't have his shaders just missing. So you go to UR, body, see hidden. Don't worry. VR chat, mobile, standard light. There he is. Hey buddy. I recommend turning down smoothness so it doesn't look like that shiny, oily texture. Now, for quest, it is heavily limited on what it can have and whatnot. So, for most of this stuff, we're gonna remove it for the sake of file size. So, what we're gonna remove is inclusion, metallic, and we'll try and keep the normal map if we can, since we don't have anything complex. So for quest stuff, you're gonna have 2K textures. It's just you can't really have 2K for everything. So what I recommend, since it's just the UR Trooper, no weapons or anything, I'm gonna try and keep it at 2K. But for right now, I'm gonna compress it to 1K. Similar to normal map too. Make sure you compress it. It does save off megabyte size. Okay. Now we go back to our helmet. Same thing as we did for the body. VR chat, mobile, center light. And then we go to metallic, remove, normal map, remove, smoothness down, compress the helmet to 1K, normal map, 1K. Alright, cool. That's that. So we go back to our VRChat SDK, builder. You should see that it's also should be the same avatar. So we go to set the platform, Android. This will take a while. Confirm. So now, from now on, whenever we go back to this scene or this project, it should be automatically in Android, so it can upload to Android. So we're just gonna let it do its thing, switch to Android, and then we'll continue on from there. On the build platform, Android, autofix, and boom, you click online publishing. Now, if you get any issues, this triangle thing is really important. Keep that in mind. I don't worry about this because I'm still in technicality. I'm still using 22, so it's still working fine. But keep in mind that if you see that triangle, do what it tells you to do. Because if that triangle is so persistent, you will not be able to upload it. But since I already compressed it, already finished under light, we should be fine. So we just go click build and publish, and it should be able to upload. After I built, creating his chart, file upload file, 1% of file uploaded. Alright, and you have just uploaded either your first PC and Quest avatar or your first PC avatar. In the next video, we will go over FX layers, gestures, menus, parameters, and how to set up props, toggles, and whatnot. Yeah. Again, I apologize for the 2 month wait. A lot of stuff happened, but I have got that motivation to start doing stuff again, and we're gonna keep that train rolling. After this video is uploaded, I'm most likely gonna start recording the second video and get that uploaded today as well, or sometime tonight. We'll see what happens whenever this uploads. I have no idea, but yeah. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to DM me.
the Daft Deputy, all lowercase, Vinicius friend request, or Nexus, or if you like, you can leave comments in the thread, and I will gladly respond to them when I can. All right, thank you, and I hope this helps you out.